In comparison with his father Naruto, Boruto was quite the efficient shinobi at a young age. As it stands now, Boruto has unlocked 3 nature types: lightning, wind, and water releases, and keeps impressing by gaining new skills that keep transforming as the story unfolds. While the anime is still ongoing and has more surprises in store for us anime fans, Boruto has shown how powerful he is and how much potential he still holds. So today, let's take a look at some familiar and less familiar jutsu that have been featured in the young Uzumaki's anime series. As a descendant of the Hyūga clan, Boruto inherited the Kekkei Genkai named Byakugan. The pale purple eye allows Boruto to see his opponent's tenketsu, or pressure points. Using this power, his mother Hinata's family created a fighting style they call Gentle Fist, which aimed to target and block the chakra pathway system by disturbing its flow. This has the consequence of injuring internal organs and in most cases can lead to the opponent losing their life. First seen used by Neji while fighting Hinata in the original Naruto anime, Boruto has yet to master this technique. But with some time and effort, Gentle Fist could become one of his most useful skills when it comes to hand-to-hand combat. While giant Susanoo and summoning animals can be pretty useful in epic battles, nothing beats one-on-one fist fights a la Bruce Lee. If someone gave me a penny every single time Naruto screamed, "Shadow Clone Jutsu!" I'd be rich. Originally created by the second Hokage, Tobirama Senju, the jutsu involves the creation of clones of its user in order to fool the enemy, or launch a group attack. These copies of the original, who poof into smoke at a mere hit, are also used by Boruto as he has learned the skill from one of its most enthusiastic users, his father Naruto. While it took Naruto a lot of practice and failed attempts to get a hold of this jutsu, Boruto can be categorized as some sort of prodigy as he is able to create more than 2 clones while studying at the academy. In current events, the number of clones he can muster is increasing, but not quite yet at Naruto's level. While their contract has now come to an end, Boruto was able to summon the mighty and dangerous enormous snake, Hyūga, but only for a little time. The giant creature can not only smash whoever stands in his way, but he can spit venom that can petrify his victims, and camouflage himself in order to hide even with his titanic size. While he can't actually see in the dark, he can detect people's heat signature even when it's pitch black, making it a pretty useful skill for sneak attacks. What do you get when you spin chakra in the palm of your hand and make it into a ball? That's right, my fellow weebs. The Rasengan Jutsu. The special technique has been created by none other than the 4th Hokage, Minato Namikaze, and has been passed down from generation to generation, or something like it. Since Minato Namikaze died when he sealed the 9-tailed demon fox into his then infant son Naruto, the 4th Hokage never got to teach his child his own powerful invented ninjutsu. Using water balloons and unorthodox ways of teaching, the not-so-appropriate legendary Sani, Jiraiya, taught a young Naruto the basics of the Rasengan Jutsu, a skill that eventually became one of the trademarks of the Uzumaki family across the years. So it's not surprising that Boruto got busy learning it, and even putting his own twist to the jutsu, making it even more practical and powerful. When Naruto and Sasuke defeated Momoshiki Ōtsutsuki, the villain inscribed a special seal called Karma into Boruto's palm. This marks the boy as Momoshiki's future vessel, as his biological data is now part of Boruto, however dormant to some extent. It's true that the seal is a constant threat to Boruto's independence and life, but it also gives the shinobi amazing fighting abilities, and on top of that, boosts all his stats, making him even more powerful. The main problem is that Momoshiki taking over does not only endanger Boruto's life, but everyone he knows. In a fight against Sasuke, Naruto, and Kawaki, Sasuke lost his Rinnegan, and the battle almost cost everyone's life. If it wasn't for Boruto fighting as he was trapped inside of himself and emerging victorious against his invader, things might have taken quite a dark turn for our heroes. When Boruto created a smaller version of the Rasengan Jutsu to throw right in his opponent's face, he accidentally, but happily produced a whole new way of using the jutsu, which he ended up calling Vanishing Rasengan. Adding lightning release to the already powerful attack gave the Rasengan transparent properties, making it totally invisible to the human eye. This adds quite the element of surprise, as the opponent might think the jutsu failed, that is until it hits them with a powerful unexpected blow. It could also be used when hiding somewhere amongst the leaves, as shinobis would not see it coming. I mean, if Boruto doesn't scream out loud the name of his attack before using it, of course. An amazing side effect of the Karma Seal bestowed on Boruto by Momoshiki Ōtsutsuki is the one of flight. The super empowering biological data forcibly imprinted on Boruto's hand allows him to activate powers of various different levels. When accessing the second stage of Karma, he is gifted with the incredible ability to soar across the sky, Granted, that might not be a jutsu per se, but I couldn't ignore the fact that it's a totally awesome skill that only a few hold. The power manifested itself first when Boruto was fighting Boro of Kara, and Momoshiki, inhabiting his vessel, took control of the boy's body and defeated Boro with little effort. It's an understatement to say that the Karma Seal plays an immense role in Boruto, Naruto Next Generations. While it might seem the source of a lot of trouble for Boruto and his friends and family, it's also responsible for most of his OP moments throughout the young anime series and manga. His father, the Seventh Hokage, always had Kurama, the devilish nine-tailed fox, granting him the most impressive powers during battle. And Boruto has the Karma Seal, which is both a gift and a curse. The first stage of the Karma Seal gives Boruto the ability to absorb chakra from any jutsu used against him. A pretty good example of this is when he saved Konohamaru Sarutobi from the fire of Samadhi's flames. While pretty useful in and of itself, the Chakra Absorption jutsu does not work on abilities that are not directly produced through the use of chakra. The Jōgan is another one of those incredible eye dojutsu. Originally used by the Ōtsutsuki clan, the skill can be literally translated to pure eye. It's quite similar to the Byakugan eye, visually speaking, as it comes in a pale shade of blue with a barely visible pupil in the middle. The Jōgan gives Boruto the power to see the flow of chakra, making it possible for him to track any target he sets his eye on. Just like the Byakugan, he can also see the chakra pathway system and hit specific points that would block his opponent's chakra. Another pretty cool feature of this eye is the fact that he can see through invisible barriers which act as connections between dimensions. Armed with a couple of eye dojutsu, Boruto can see through almost everything and somewhat predict his opponent's next moves if they were using chakra. You can't hide from these eyes. Any users of Karma, be it Boruto, Kawaki, or Jigen, have a very special ability called Rift. With this jutsu, they can literally travel through a dark portal that forms out of the Karma Seal. This unique technique becomes quite the force of nature during a fight as, if mastered, one shinobi can teleport themselves from one spot to another at great speed, but also escape super fast if needed. Boruto was seen using the skill with Kawaki's help, as they formed a dark twirling mass giving them the opportunity to change locations within seconds. There is still little we know about the Rift Jutsu, but like any ability in the Naruto universe, it can have the potential to be much more powerful than it is at the moment, although it's pretty good as is now. While Boruto has shown what he's made of, he's still learning and practicing the craft of jutsu, and as we know, the Naruto universe is full of surprises, and like any good shonen anime, these surprises often come in the form of even more powerful villains, so stand by for even more OP action in the future.